What's good, y'all? It's your mother's brother Thomas here. I posted a video of a man speaking about propaganda. For those of you that may not have seen it yet, he's basically speaking about how, I know he referenced Hitler when he wanted to eradicate the Jews, how he set up a year-long propaganda campaign to kind of change the mindset of the general public to where when you do eradicate the Jews, people are going to look like, okay, well, you know, we're not going to miss them. We don't feel sorry for them. They weren't good people anyway. And so, take it a little further, he was saying about how, you know, if there's a plan to eradicate, to exterminate, you know, black people, what you would want to do is flood everybody's consciousness with negative images of black people. So that way, if black people, if we are exterminated, if we are eradicated, the general public's thought would be, well, hey, they weren't any good anyway. You actually kind of did us a favor. And I 100% agree with that premise, what he was saying. That's very true. But here's my point, and this is the point that I've been making for almost a year now, well, at least publicly. Where are these negative images coming from? If I want to find some negative images of black people, pictures, videos, I'll have to look very hard. It's not like it's the team at ILM, you know, the team that made the CGI dinosaurs running through San Diego. No, these videos are real. Videos of black men fighting in the streets, black women fighting in restaurants, little black girls twerking and dancing provocatively way beyond their years, little black boys cursing and smoking weed and playing with guns thinking it's cool. Where do these images come from? Now, it's a damn shame I'm about to say this again. Yes, I know it's not everybody. So I'm speaking to those of you that are doing these things, those of you that are living this lifestyle, perpetuating it, thinking it's cool to be thugs and to be ignorant and walk around and commit crimes, but then turn around and be like, oh, well, racism and blah, blah, blah. No. Those of you that are doing these things, if there was a campaign to flood the media with negative images of black men and black women, so that way the thought of the general public would be, hey, you know what, they're kind of expendable, they don't really provide anything good for society. Those of you living these lifestyles, you're giving them that ammunition. I don't understand how this is not a concept that people are not grasping. It's very simple. If somebody walked up to you and told you they wanted to kill you, that they wanted to drown you, would you go help them out by jumping in a pool? Absolutely not. That would be ridiculous. But this is the same thing that you're doing. When you act and carry yourselves in a certain way, that's all about negativity, that's all about ignorance, that's all about, you know, living up to negative stereotypes. All you're doing is the people that want to see us that way, you're giving them the means to show other people, look, this is how they act. So people out there that may be on the fence, that may not know, well, how do black people act? They see this, okay, you've just formulated that opinion. And unfortunately, it's a lot easier to focus on negative things. Case in point, look what drives our talking points, our news. When negative things happen, we're going to focus more on that. We're going to get more passionate about that than when positive things happen. Look at all the bad things that have happened in the last couple of weeks. The last couple of weeks have been graduation season. You've had millions of kids graduate from high school, millions of young adults graduate from college. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about pool parties in Texas. We're talking about shootings in South Carolina. Why? Because it's a lot easier to get passionate about negative things. So if you have 50% negative imagery, 50% positive imagery, the 50% negative imagery is going to outweigh that 50% positive because it's just negative. That's just how things are. So those of you that are out there constantly portraying these lifestyles, constantly giving those who would choose to use it ammunition to say, hey, look, this is why black people aren't really, you know, aren't necessary. They're kind of worthless. We can do without them. Fucking stop it. That's all I'm saying.